It's almost like being a fan, like being a football fan in the UK, you have to say bad things about your team. If the Brits are winning, they think they're going to lose at any second. And then when they do, they're like, told you, you suck.
We win one game and it's like, we're winning the World Cup.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Girl Gone London channel. If you're new here, my name is Kaylin. I'm an American who's lived in the UK for almost 10 years, and today I'm back in Texas with one of my best friends, Shelby. If you haven't seen the video of her guessing British slang and phrases, definitely check it out, see how she did. She's gonna do a lot better in this one, I feel like. So Shelby is an actual, I'm gonna call it soccer in this video because I'm in America, so it comes more naturally to me. I know it's football, and we know that it's football in the UK. But she is the biggest soccer fan that I have ever met, and you actually watch the Premier League, right?
I do, every weekend.
Literally, I came out into the living room yesterday, and it was like some Premier League game on, and I was like, I cannot even escape from the UK here in Texas. So she's a real fan. And as you can see by my jersey that I borrowed from her, I don't know that much. I did play soccer when we were like 10 because I wanted to spend more time with you, and that's why I joined your soccer team. And then I quit because I wasn't very good at soccer. And I think I scored an own goal, and that was my career. But you played as a kid and in high school, football star, and in college.
Yep, all the way through college. I still play.
She still plays. So we're gonna take a quiz. So I found a quiz. I would also say this is going to be a little bit shocking for some of my British audience because I feel like the stereotypical football fan in the UK is like male in their like 40s, 50s, possibly balding, not really in great shape.
Are you saying I don't fit the stereotype?
I am saying I think we're breaking stereotypes here. What game did we go to? Do they call them games? Matches?
Matches.
Okay, we took you to a match in the UK. Do you remember?
We went to England, Switzerland. It was a Euro qualifier. And
I was there, but I don't know.
Wayne Rooney took the penalty and broke the English record for number of goals scored.
And I remember a guy's dad being like, oh, do you know anything about football? And you were like, I know literally everything. Like, I know more than you. And it was this is great. You're going to do great. I'm going to do my best. So I found this question on Beano.com, and it says, are you a true footy fanatic? Find out now. So the first question, what does the word relegation mean? When a team goes up the rankings, when a team drops into the league below at the end of the season, when a team wins all the matches in a season, or when two teams draw 3 times in a row? I know this one because my husband talks about how the Wolverhampton Wanderers are going to be relegated. I think this means they drop into the league below.
Correct.
At the end of the season.
Nailed it.
That is right. Okay. Next question about the Premier. Do we call it Premier League? Because I feel like they call it like Premier League.
The Premiership.
I think Premier League. Am I saying it wrong? Premier. But I feel
Premier
like
League.
I feel like Americans say Premier.
Yeah, we probably pronounce it differently.
Okay.
Sorry.
What's so premier about the Premier League? It was the first ever football tournament ever. It's the top level of English football. It plays games the fastest. That is not true. They drag on when I'm watching with my husband sometimes. It invented football. Premier, I'm going to say it is the top level, right, of English football.
Correct.
But was it the first ever? My first guess for us is going to be it's the top level.
Yes.
You think that's it? It wasn't the first ever tournament ever?
No, because it's not a tournament. It's a league.
Okay, this is why. Correct, it's the top level because it's not. Okay. Complete the sentence. The Premier League is blank. UEFA.
UEFA.
I don't. Okay. I don't know what that even means. So, okay, complete the sentence. The Premier League it's what, UEFA? Mm-hmm. Is it part of UEFA, bigger than UEFA, more fun than UEFA, or sweatier than UEFA?
So there's some interesting choices.
Is it it's either part of or bigger than. My guess for us is going to be part of.
Correct.
What is UEFA?
UEFA is like the European Football Association. Like the UEFA sponsors the Euros, which is all the like European teams compete for the best team in Europe. They also do the Champions League, where all of the like top teams from all the European leagues compete for.
You guys. She knows her stuff. Our Wolverhampton, I've been to Wolverhampton, don't go there. No offense to anyone from,
I feel like that's one of the only teams you know.
They're gonna take that so seriously. I went to a concert there. It was fine. I'm not necessarily dying to go back to Wolverhampton. Our Wolverhampton Wanderers in the 2021/2022 Premier League. The answer is yep or LOL no. LOL no.
Yes.
Okay. LOL no is correct. Okay, on average, how many goals get scored every season? Take a guess. So our options is giving us are 250, 500, 1,000, or 2,000. How many goals get scored, I guess, across the league every season?
Yeah, so this is a little bit harder.
But I don't think there's that many goals usually per match. So I feel like it's going to be on the lower side.
I would agree with that.
Which one do you think? 500 or 250?
I'm leaning 250, but I'm actually kind of torn.
Okay. Let's go 250.
Okay.
That was right.
Yo.
250. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And if you're playing with me, no goals get scored because...
No, you score your own goals, so those still get scored.
Okay, which Premier League team won the Carabao, is that how you say it? Cup in 2021? Oh. Arsenal, Tottenham Hotspur, Manchester United, or Manchester City? Which Premier League team won the Carabao Cup in 2021? So this is recent.
Yes.
I have zero clue. I'm going to go Manchester United. What is your guess?
I'm trying to remember.
Okay. Do you even know what this cup thing is?
Yes.
Okay. What is it? Just another tournament? Okay.
Who won that one? I don't think it was City. Tottenham didn't win anything, I don't think, last year. No offense to anyone. I actually enjoy Tottenham.
Okay.
So
Man U, as they say, or Arsenal?
I feel like maybe Arsenal, because I follow Manchester United closer, and I would have remembered that. But this is going to be really embarrassing if I'm wrong.
It's okay.
So
we're going to guess Arsenal.
I think maybe Arsenal.
That was correct.
Yes.
Because it only lets you choose the right one. So that was right. Now, let's take a little break and tell the viewers at home which teams you support.
Okay, so Manchester United was the first team I started supporting as a kid.
Okay.
And so I still love Manchester United, but I have become a big Crystal Palace fan over the years.
Why?
So I actually
Crystal Palace, I know where that is.
There you go.
Yep.
So when I was in college, I worked out an internship for a British man.
Oh.
And he was a big Crystal Palace fan, and I was working there the year they got promoted.
Okay.
And so he was convinced that they were going to get then relegated after that season.
Okay.
And I mostly started watching the Crystal Palace games so I could go into work on Monday and make fun of him and tell him how terrible Crystal Palace was.
Right.
Because that's the kind of relationship we had.
Okay.
And over the year, I actually became a very big fan watching them play.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun, and the cementing moment was in 2014. Mm-hmm. They were playing Liverpool at the end of the season, and Liverpool was in the title race with Manchester City. And Liverpool was up 3-0, and they needed a big goal differential to potentially compete with City for the title.
Yep.
And so they got cocky and started pushing for more goals, and Palace came back and tied it 3-3 and basically knocked Liverpool out of the title race.
Oh, wow.
And it was just incredible to watch, and I've been a big fan ever since.
I was expecting you to be like, oh, I like them because they're good.
Palace historically is not very good.
Okay.
They're a solid, like, middle of the table team.
Well, you know what? I feel like that's a very British thing of you to say that, because every time I've been to a couple football matches in my life, and especially because when England almost won the World Cup this year?
The Euros.
When England almost won the Euros, and they were playing well, people started commenting like that I saw, or kind of like British Family or whatever. They were like, ugh, England are so boring to watch because they're so good now. And I'm like, it's almost like being a fan, like being a football fan in the UK, you have to say bad things about your team. Because when they're losing, they're stupid, they can't do anything, you can do it better from home. And when they're winning, they were like, oh, this is boring. Like, obviously people were excited.
Right.
But you can't be so excited. You have to just be like, this is all going to come to an end soon.
But that's not fun.
That's the British way.
It's like, the US team is not very good, but I still think they're going to win every game.
This is what it's like to be American versus being British. In a nutshell, if you've made it to this far in the video, this sums up everything I've been trying to explain about the differences.
You're welcome.
If the Brits are winning, they think they're going to lose at any second. And then when they do, they're like, told you, you suck.
We win one game and it's like, we're winning the World Cup.
I'm like, guy, I'm not good at anything. And yet I think that I am the most amazing person ever. You are amazing. Like, a British person might be amazing at 10 different things, and they just are like,
but that's boring.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
There you go. This is a nice cultural lesson. Okay. Next question. Tottenham Hotspur. Is that how you say Hotspur?
Yes.
Tottenham Hotspur manager, Jose Mourinho. Is that how you say it?
Jose Mourinho.
Not Jose, that's Jose.
He's Portuguese.
So he says Jose. Jose what?
Mourinho.
Apologies, Jose. Was sacked towards the end of the 2021 league. Did you know this?
Yes.
How many months was he in charge of the club?
Ooh, okay.
So we have 20 months, 36, 17, or 43.
I can't even pronounce his name. First.
I thought that I was okay. How many months? I'm gonna go with 36 months.
No.
Okay, wrong.
I think 17 is correct because he took over partially through the season before. Okay. And then made it. So I want to say it's 17.
We're gonna guess.
I don't think it was as long as 20.
Okay. That is correct. Wow, you've gotten every single one of these right. Which 3 teams were promoted to the Premier League in 2019?
Oof, okay.
So we have to go back a little bit.
That's a couple of years.
Option 1. Newcastle United, AFC Bournemouth. Bournemouth has an amazing beach, by the way. That's what
good to know. All right.
Burnley.
Okay.
Option 2. Norwich City, probably pronounced Norwich, not Norwich. I do know something about the UK. Sheffield United or Aston Villa. Third option, Brighton and Hove Albion. I don't know.
Albion, I think.
Crystal Palace, Southampton. Final option, West Ham, Manchester City, and Chelsea. But I feel like isn't Chelsea always in the Premier League? So
yes,
they're not going to be
Chelsea and Man City, and I think even West Ham have been there for a long time.
So we're going with the top 3 up. But then Crystal Palace, are they in the Premier League?
So they got promoted in 2013 when I was working in my internship,
and they've stayed.
So
it's not that answer.
It's not that one.
So it's either Newcastle United, AFC Bournemouth, and Burnley, or Norwich City, Sheffield United, and Aston Villa. Promoted in 2019 to the Premier League. My guess is the one with Aston Villa. No. My guess is the other one because Aston Villa sounds like one that I hear a lot, which might mean that they're already in the Premier League. So my guess is Newcastle United, AFC Bournemouth, and Burnley.
I want... This is tough. Hold on. So 2019.
So this was pre the world
2019 to 2020, and then 2020 to 2021, and now we're in the 21 to 22 season. I want to say Norwich got promoted in 2020. So I think Newcastle is right.
Newcastle, Bournemouth, and Burnley.
Think so.
That is correct. Next question. Which 3 teams were relegated to the championship?
In what year? This
I'm
past
guessing
year? Or this?
It's 2019, because that's what we just talked about. This is maybe from 2019.
Okay.
Which 3 teams were relegated? Huddersfield, Fulham, and Cardiff. Newcastle United, Aston Villa, Burnley. That's wrong. Or maybe it's right. Arsenal, Man U, and Chelsea. That one's wrong. Brighton and Hove, Crystal Palace, and Newcastle. So it's not Crystal Palace. It's not Man U. So it's either Huddersfield, Fulham, and Cardiff, which I've never heard. Well, I've heard of Fulham. That sounds like a good team. Newcastle, Aston Villa, and Burnley. Which 3 teams were relegated? Oh, well, it couldn't have been that one because we just answered that one for promoted. So I'm going to guess Huddersfield, Fulham, and Cardiff.
I think that's what we have to go with. It doesn't give a year, so I'm a little confused on how we're supposed to answer this question.
I think we'll
so I think we go with the one with Fulham. They were also they've been relegated a couple different times.
Oh, no,
and this past season they were just relegated also.
Oh no, Fulham fans, our heart goes out to you. That's right.
Okay.
Who has substituted the most time in Premier League history?
Oh.
Theo Walcott, Ryan Giggs, Aaron Lennon, or Peter Crouch. The only name I recognize is Peter Crouch in there.
Yeah, I recognize all of the names.
Okay. Who has substituted the most times?
Yeah, I feel like 2 of them are before the time of like me really watching.
Yeah.
So what is your guess?
My guess is Peter Crouch. I know the name, but then maybe that's because he doesn't substitute. He's always like on the field. I'm going to go Theo Walcott for no particular reason.
I honestly don't. I really don't know. I feel like I'm trying to think of when I watched Peter Crouch play, if he actually started or if he was just subbed all the time.
Right. Okay.
I would almost lean Peter Crouch, but I could be wrong.
Okay, we're just going to go Peter Crouch. You've gotten enough right that you've cemented your... That was right again! Oh my god. Okay, how many teams play in the EPL? Don't know what that is. 18, 20, 22, or 24. How many teams play in the EP? I'm going to say that means European Professional League.
It's English Premier League.
The topic that we're doing the video on. Why did they just say that? Okay, how many teams? I'm going to guess 20.
Correct.
Okay. Ding, ding, ding. Which team has won the Premier League 13 times? Manchester City, Liverpool, Manchester United, or Arsenal? Do you know this?
I think so.
I'm going to guess Arsenal.
I would go Manchester United.
Okay, that was going to be my guess until I changed it. That is obviously correct. Who won the Premier League in the 2015 to 2016 season? So you were watching at this point, allegedly.
Yes.
If your story is to be believed. Leicester City. I know how to say Leicester.
I do too, because I watched the Premier League.
Okay. Newcastle United, AFC Bournemouth, or Arsenal? Who won 2015 to 2016 season? I'm going to guess not Bournemouth. I'm going to guess Leicester City. And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Because I was reading something related to the tennis when Emma Raducanu, I think, or she just won and like came from basically nowhere, and people were comparing it to a Leicester City win. Apparently this has happened. So I'm wondering if this question has to do with this like crazy year that Leicester City won, which is why it's very specific. So I'm going to guess Leicester City.
I think you're right, because that's Leicester City won like the year that they were promoted. So they were like a brand new team.
Just gone...
I think at the beginning of the season they had like 4,000 to 1 odds of winning. And I'm pretty sure it was 2015, 2016.
If this is right, I
will be very proud of you.
I'm going to steal all the points that you've gotten. That is right. Thank you, US Open, because people were talking about this morning. They were like, Emma's way better than when Leicester City did it or whatever. Okay, in which year? We're on 14 out of 19 for those of you still with us, which people will still be with us.
Thank you.
People will still be watching this. Can you believe that?
I'm honored, honestly.
They've made it this far, I can tell you. In which year was the league's name changed from FA Premier League to just Premier League? 2007, 2008, 2009, or 2010? This is a little bit of a difficult one. I'm gonna just like guess 2010 because it's like a round number changing into the new decade. Maybe they just wanted to change.
I was between 2010 and 2007. Okay. I don't know why 2007 stands out to me. Okay. But it kind of does.
Okay.
It could be totally wrong.
We're gonna go with your gut on this one though, not mine. Good thing we did, because she was right. Okay, which team were second in the 2018-2019 Premier League? Second.
18 and 19.
Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, or Tottenham? How many Tottenham teams are there? Is that the only Tottenham?
Yes, there's only one.
When people say Tottenham, it's the Tottenham Hotspur.
Right, just one team.
Okay, got it. Which team were second, 2018 to 2019? I'm going to say Liverpool. No reason.
I think you're right. I think I'd go Liverpool.
Really?
I think so.
Okay. That was correct. Okay, my gut was good. I'm taking your vibes off this one. Okay, which 3 players won the 2018-2019 Premier League Golden Boot after scoring 22 goals each?
Okay.
I'm going to try and pronounce your names, and I'm really sorry, professional football players who are watching this video. Obviously, if I say them wrong, please correct me if you know. Raheem Sterling, Callum Wilson, and Paul Pogba. Next answer, Sergio Aguero, Jamie Vardy, and Eden Hazard.
Hazard, yeah.
Eden Hazard. Next one. Gylfi?
I honestly don't know how to say his first name.
Okay. Gylfi Sigurdsson. Alexandre Lacazette. And Ayaze Perez.
Close enough.
Next option. Mohamed Salah. Sadio Mane. These sound very fun. And Pierre-Emerick
Aubameyang.
Yes. Which of those 3 won the Golden Boot after scoring 22 goals each?
18 and 19. So that was how many seasons ago? 2022, 2021, 2019. That's 19. I want to say... Wait, what's your guess first?
My guess is... I've heard of none of these people. So... Actually, I think I've heard of Raheem Sterling. I'm going to go Raheem Sterling, Callum Wilson, and Paul Pogba.
I think it's Salah, Mane, and Aubameyang.
Salah, Mane, and How do you say that?
Aubameyang.
Okay.
I think...
You think it's them?
I think so.
Okay. If you've gotten so many right that was right too. We've only got three more questions.
Okay.
You've gotten them all right so far.
The pressure's on.
The pressure is on. I'm so impressed right now. Which 2 clubs have remained in the Premier League since their first ever promotion? Is it Bournemouth and Brighton and Hove? No. Newcastle and Sunderland? No. Aston Villa and Barnsley? No. Maybe. No. Maybe. Birmingham City and Sheffield? I feel like Birmingham and Sheffield is the answer.
Neither are in the Premier League currently.
Okay. Okay, so my second answer, Newcastle and Sunderland. No, because they got promoted. Aston Villa.
But this is just after their first promotion.
Oh, right. Okay, so it could be Newcastle and Sunderland. My guess is going to be Newcastle and Sunderland.
Bournemouth and Brighton.
Are Bournemouth in the Premier League?
Yes.
I never hear anything about them.
Wait, are they still in?
And I love Bournemouth, not the team. I don't know anything about football.
Because Sunderland's not right now, Barnsley's not right now, and Birmingham City, so it's got to be Bournemouth. Yeah, I don't know why I'm blanking on that team.
Okay, let's see if it's right. So Bournemouth and Brighton is correct. Funny, because those are both very beautiful coastal towns.
We went to Brighton.
She's been to Brighton,
yeah.
And I've been to Bournemouth, and I can say we appreciate those teams doing well because they're probably all happy. Because
I also really appreciated when we were on the boardwalk at Brighton, they had music playing and Boot Scootin' Boogie came on, which, living in Texas, I felt very at home. So thank you, Brighton.
You. Okay, here we go. On which day did the Premier League 2019 to 2020 season begin again after pausing due to COVID? When did it start? Was it March 29th? Was it April 30th? Was it May 18th? Or was it June 17th? Now, as someone who lived in the UK during this experience, my guess is it wouldn't have been until May or June. I'm gonna guess. But then do they play in this? I'm gonna guess June, because I really feel like we were like really locked down before then.
So it was earlier than June.
Okay, May? Don't tell me they started playing in April while the rest of us were.
I'm trying to think about how long I was already like working from home before it started.
They do love football though there.
Yeah, so they went back with like no fans or anything.
Yeah.
So it was all like behind closed doors.
April just seems a little early because it didn't really start until like mid-March that we were locked down.
Yeah, because we got locked down. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's May.
May?
I think so.
Okay. May 18th, we're gonna guess. That was right. Okay, final question. How many matches did Liverpool have left to play in the 2019-2020 season when they were declared winners of the Premier League? 3, 1, 5, or 7? I'm gonna say 3.
Okay, I think it was more than 3, because I'm pretty sure that was the year they like ran away with it. And they were declared pretty early on.
Okay.
And no other team had a chance.
So 5 or 7?
Yeah, I'm leaning 5.
Okay,
but that could be wrong.
Okay, we're gonna guess. This is the final question.
I know there's so much pressure on this, and I'm not sure between 5 and 7. But I think 5. I feel like it's 5.
Okay. Oh! You got it. Wait. Why does it say your score is 12 out of 19? Oh no, it was letting me choose. Okay. We have an update at the end of this video. It was letting me click because it was letting me choose. It was one of those ones that don't tell you as you go along.
So we may not have done as well as we thought.
We didn't do as well, but you did pretty well. So let's go ahead.
Which ones did we get wrong?
Okay, let's go ahead. I can just imagine. I'm going to leave this at the end of the video because people are going to be watching and they're going to be like livid. And they're like, that is wrong. You're going to be commenting. Watch to the end of the video where we have the real answers. It didn't tell me.
It didn't.
Okay, so what we got wrong are Wolverhampton Wanderers in the 2021-22 Premier League. Apparently they are.
Oh, I never realized. I don't. Yeah,
now
I knew that one.
Thrown major shade at Wolverhampton, and we said, LOL, no.
I forget they're the Wanderers because they're always just referred to as the Wolves.
Oh, I see. This video is going to get a lot of hate. Okay. On average, how many goals get scored? We guessed. Okay, you guys. If you've made it to the end of the video, right? This is peak American. We're getting every single question right, of course, because we're geniuses.
Obviously.
No questions asked. We just think, of course, we're getting them right.
Okay. I guess, in hindsight, for the number, so all the teams play each other. There's like
Okay.
a ton of games during the season. So 250 is very low.
We guessed 250 goals every season. The answer is 1,000. Which Premier League team won the Carabao Cup?
It was City.
It was actually Manchester City, not Arsenal. Got that right. Which three teams were promoted to the Premier League in 2019?
It was
was actually Sheffield, Norwich City, and Aston Villa.
I thought they were the year later.
We've literally congratulated ourselves through this entire video. Okay. And I'm going to leave it just like it is.
Yeah.
This is just a great cultural example of American ego. I like it. Okay, other ones that we got wrong. Who has substituted the most times? It was Ryan Giggs. We guessed Peter
before my
Crouch.
time. Before my time.
We did good on a lot of them. And
there's a lot of green here too, for the record.
Okay, so I was actually right on
They
the
did
COVID.
start in June.
The Premier League began on June 17th, which did seem right to me because America locked down for like 2 weeks and then they were over it. The UK,
That's why May seems so full.
You were like, May was like basically the end of the pandemic, so of course they were playing. June 17th was when they restarted. And the final one, how many matches did they have left to play? You were right, and they had a lot. They had 7 left to play. So we got 12 out of 19, but again, if you didn't make it to the end of this video, you're going to be leaving.
Then we got all 19.
massive hate comments below. And so I will just direct you to the end of this video. But I think you did, 12 out of 19, I think is respectable.
It's fair.
I'm very proud of
There were a lot of like very specific years. All the seasons run together, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I definitely think this was one of those, like, even if you're a true fan, like, you're not going to know every single one unless you are like, this is your whole life kind of thing.
True.
And you also watch American soccer and soccer around the world. You're not just
It's true.
a Premier League person.
There's a lot to keep up with.
There's a lot to keep up with. So thank you for watching this unexpectedly hilarious fail of a video. I hope we learned something. I learned a lot, especially how to take quizzes online.
That's the biggest takeaway, I think, is to understand how the quiz works before we take it.
Sometimes it tells you as you're doing.
It gives you real-time feedback.
I thought yellow was a real-time feedback. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It was you chose.
Well, because you picked one and then it wouldn't let you change.
Exactly.
So
maybe it was one of the ones where you couldn't change, but you had to
just go with your answer.
Okay, professional YouTuber over here. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.